Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about what I learned about moving from a brick and mortar real estate company versus a cloud-based brokerage. So today we're going to compare my experience with Coldwell Banker versus where I'm at now with Realty of America. So I actually really loved Coldwell Banker. We were there for quite some time and had a lot of great support. The management was great. We had a marketing department that would really go over some of the marketing stuff with us. So, please keep in mind, I don't do this video to talk bad about companies. I'm just merely comparing them from my experience and those of others. So today we're going to talk about Coldwell Banker versus Realty of America. So Coldwell Banker is an established traditional broker model. They are office centric with local management. So basically they have, offices throughout the area with management. They also have marketing departments and a lot of overhead. They have commission splits and desk fees that vary by office, and they have a great brand recognition, especially if you're new or need that type of person support. So Coldwell Banker is known all over the world and a very popular brand. Versus Realty of America is a modern cloud-based brokerage focused on agent ownership and revenue share. There's no desk fees, and we have a low cap model. We do have a national reach, strong leadership community, and mentorship focus designed for agents who want to grow a team, personal brand, or build residential income. The support and culture at Coldwell Banker is heavier on the corporate systems and structures. Support often depends on your branch itself or the manager within your branch. Sometimes it can feel competitive rather than collaborative. So this is just for personal experience. So basically, with Coldwell Banker, I had a really great support with management. It was really nice to be able to walk into my office and see, the office manager or the broker for support. But oftentimes there was not a lot of collaboration within the office. We've definitely had people that we talked to and but a lot of times I felt like it was kind of, an older type of marketing that may have used to work a while ago, but doesn't really work as much or quickly now. So just an example, we were at an office and we loved this office. So again, you guys, I'm not talking bad about any companies. And we would walk around and ask the top agents, like, hey, how do you get your business? Can you give us some information on how you broke into the market? We're new here to the area. And it was really like a quick, hey, I've been building my business here for 20 plus years. I've been farming this area for, 30 plus years. So it's kind of like the same type of answers that we would get. And we did have some people who were into social media, but it wasn't as heavy as where we are now. So the support and culture at Realty of America, and this is pretty common across cloud-based brokerages. It's very community driven. We always are about collaboration over competition, real-time access to top producers, masterminds, and team building events. So we have weekly masterminds from everybody throughout the company. You're as a real estate agent and agent of Realty of America, we invite you to all the masterminds, regardless of what area you're in. And so we really try to focus on collaboration. They're also focused on leadership growth and helping agents scale through modern technology. Marketing and technology, Coldwell Banker offers in-house tools, and sometimes they can feel outdated or limited to company branding. So they do offer a listing concierge that I absolutely loved. It was one of those things where you would pay a certain fee and they would take care of your marketing for your listings as far as like postcards, getting your signs out, and kind of like a Coldwell Banker photos, but they were kind of branded towards Coldwell Banker. So all of the colors were Coldwell Banker. Just the look and feel was just very generic. Marketing often has to align with corporate templates and restrictions. So again, it was all like Banker branding. Marketing and technology for Realty of America, you have freedom to brand yourself, your business within a brokerage. Social media, AI, and personal branding support. Agents encouraged to run YouTube, Instagram, digital funnels under their own identity. So within Realty of America, as you can see, we have our own brand. We are living in Northern California. Um, Swag. And so we are actually branding our own business here in the Sacramento region, and Realty of America really empowers us to do that. We have a lot of social media platform support. A lot of the agents in Realty of America are heavy on social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we all collaborate on those types of things. There are going to be some restrictions around some branding when it comes to the ROA brand itself, like the logo. But for the most part, they allow you to have your own business and to create a brand that's catered to you and your market. The fees and earning potential. So there's going to be different tiers at Coldwell Banker. When I first started as a brand new agent, I was 60/40, then moved up to 70/30. And then once you hit a certain bracket of sales per year, you go to 90/10, which is kind of like their highest level, right? But you never fully cap. So let's say I had a $21,000 cap at Coldwell Banker, and it varies between areas. I know in the Bay Area, it was in the 30,000s. Here in Sacramento, it's like in the 20,000. But you never fully cap. Your max is 96%. Plus, you always have a 6% franchise fee. So if you're looking at this, you're always going to have about 9% that you're always paying towards Coldwell Banker. And on top of that, if you have an office, there's usually a monthly fee for your desk. I believe there's a technology fee as well. And then also, if you want to take advantage of listing concierge, you have to pay for that. With Realty of America, once you hit your cap, which is $14,000 for an independent agent and $7,000 for a team member, you are 100% commission. And I'll go over the breakdown in the other part of this video. We also have opportunities for revenue share for attracting other agents to the company. And then we are not publicly traded yet, but you do get RSU, which is stock options for the company, for certain things that you do, like capping or bringing agents to the company. So it's based on your performance. And then once a company goes IPO, then that RSU turns into dollars. And what I love about this, and this is something that I heard of at one of our leadership meetings, is that revenue share is when you attract agents to the company, which is great income generating for you as an agent. But we always want people to be collaborative. We want everyone to help each other. So let's say I attracted an agent, but that agent is out in Texas and I cannot fully support that agent. Well, I would connect that agent to someone in that area as someone for support. And basically, how they envision the company is that whether this person is in your network of agents or not, we still want you guys to collaborate and help them and support them because it is part of our agent equity. Everybody who is part of Realty America is part of the business. They have business ownership when it comes to stock options and RSUs. So the more people who are closing deals day in and day out in the business, overall, it helps the whole company as a whole. And as a business own equity shareholder of the company, that benefits us as well because the dollar amount of the stocks will depend on how well our company is doing. So I really love that. And that's why the equity ownership is super important to me. So I did a breakdown of commissions, and this was based off when I was with Coldwell Banker, and just kind of wanted to show. the difference in commissions just for you doing your own business, has nothing to do with revenue share or stocks. But just wanted to show you guys how much money you're actually giving towards a brokerage at a certain point. So this is actually based on 20 deals a year. You could be more, you could be less, and then this is based off a $24,000 commission. So again, it could be more or less depending on where you are. The Realty of America split is 85/15 with a $14,000 cap. There is a technology fee that's broken up into three transactions of $250 for your first three transactions. There's a $50 risk management fee, and then once you cap, there is a $250 per transaction fee. Now with Coldwell Banker, I was 90/10 with a split of $21,000. There is a 6% franchise fee, and then my total split after I cap is 96%. And then the E&O was $2,300, I believe. And I just split that into 20 deals just to make it simple. And so for 20 deals, it was $115. So let's say, for example, with a $24,000 commission at 85/15, so the commission for that is 20,400. The 85/15 is broken up right here. And I put approximately 3.8 transactions because that's how many deals it would take to hit my $14,000 cap. So your first three deals, you'll have a 250 tech fee, which is this right here. So my first three deals minus the 15% split, the tech fee, and the risk management, my total net was 20,100. Then deal number four will have no transaction fee or risk management fee either, because remember, oh, I'm sorry. The deal number four will not have this tech management fee, but it will have the 15% towards my cap. Because remember, it takes about 3.8 transactions. So I'm just rounding this up to four transactions. So 24,000 at 15% minus the $50 risk management fee. My net for my fourth deal would be 20,750. And then here, deal 5 to 20, which is a total of 16 deals, I've already capped. So all of my deals are only going to have a post-transaction fee of $250 and a $50 risk management fee. For those six deals, I'm only giving Realty of America $300. So my net is $23,700. And at 16 transactions, so deal 5 to 20, that's going to be 379,200. So now moving over to Coldwell Banker, the $24,000 commission, you have your 6% franchise fee, and then your 10% split, and then your E&O. And that's going to give you 20,045. And approximately 9 transactions will get you capped. So this 20,045 would be for your first 9 transactions. So now we are looking at $24,000 commission, 6% franchise fee, and then the 4% split. Because remember, after you reach your cap, you're at a 96% split. E&O, so then you'd be at $21,542.60 for your next 11 transactions. So between your 9 transactions here and your 11 transactions, your total for 20 transactions is $417 or 417,472 versus here at Realty of America, you're at 459,600 with a total difference of $42,000. So that's just a quick breakdown of the potential income between the two companies. Again, it varies between branches and locations. With Coldwell Banker, in the Bay Area, my split was a lot higher. I think it was in the 30,000. So it just gives you idea of how much money you can pocket to put more into advertising, to put more in your business. We don't have as much support as far as marketing, like the listing concierge and stuff like that. But I personally like to do my own branding. I like to order my own postcards. I like to design them myself. I have virtual assistants who I pay overseas, who help me create these things. But, what I like about, honestly, like I loved Coldwell Banker, a lot of great people there. I've learned so much from them. But as a business owner, the cap, the revenue share, and the equity options were really important to me because I don't want to sell real estate for the rest of my life. I want to have an exit strategy, whether that's just from stocks and being able to retire. We work really hard in our industry and we're always out there looking for business, serving our clients, and I absolutely love that. But there's going to be a time where, I definitely want to retire, spend more time with my kids, travel, and not have to worry about doing business and just allowing the revenue share and the stock options to take care of my family. So, hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions about Realty of America, or would like to sit down and talk to me about anything with real estate, whether that's social media, YouTube, Instagram, AI, I'd be happy to help. I'll put my Calendly link below, as well as some information on joining Realty of America. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.